Forgive me if I'm looking rough. I know I'm looking rough. Don't even ask me what sort of day I've had. Just do not ask me. You don't want to know. And I don't want to tell you. So, I'm here. How are you? Are you good? I was lying over there a minute ago, feeling very sorry for myself. Then I had a little chat with a couple of my friends. You know who you are. You guys are the best. You are the absolute best. So I'm here. They said, get on there. Go on, get on there and do your blooming live. So at first I was like, I'm not going live. I look terrible. And then I thought, oh, what's that bit? And then I thought, do you know what? They're right. Why should I let all you guys down just because people let me down? Plain and simple. So here I am. Hi, Dre. Hi, Ollie. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. Ollie said, oh, been a shitty week for the both of us, my dear. Yeah. I know. Do you like this in my hair, guys? I need to shave the side. Do you like that in my hair? Anyway, so I'm going to do a makeup tutorial. Where's my makeup? It's over there. I'll go and get it in a minute. I've got my cup of tea. Hi, Pris. How are you, sweetheart? I hope you're well. Please excuse au naturel look. Had my hair done, guys. Had a bit of white, put it of silver in it. Do you like it? I don't think there's as many braids as there was in the last time, but hey ho, never mind. I wanted it to be nice for when I go abroad, when I go to Berlin. So there it is. Bit of silver in it. Next time I'm going to have, because I do like the red, so next time I'm going for blonde. I'm going to go red and blonde. What do you think, guys? Do you think it'll be good? So I've got a busy week coming up. I'm away on Friday. Before then, I've got to see my counsellor, give her a few words. What else have I got to do? I've got a few things that I've got a packing to do. What else have I got to do? Don't know. Guys, you've got to cheer me up tonight. You've just got to keep me going, keep me going. I'm going over there. I need a bit of foundation, don't I? Right, hang on a minute, I'll be back. Bear with. Right, I think it's in there. Here's my makeup bag that is going to take up way too much of my suitcase. Yes, it does have legs. It's cute, isn't it? And it's different inside. My friend Mama Beth from Mama Beth World wants me to send her one of those over because she fell in love with it when she saw it on one of my videos. So I'm going to see if I can find one for her and send it over to her. So we're going with the... Oh. Actually, I've got a funny thing. Is it in my bag? No. I'm only going to use what's here, guys. Now, what have we got? Do you know what? My daughter was telling me what we're allowed to take on the plane. I can't believe it. I'm not going to get anything in my suitcase, guys. I've got to get me boots in. I've got to get me... What's that? Sorry. I've got to get my shoes. I've got to get my makeup. See, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I do like choice. I like a lot of choice. So let's go with this. I bought this LA Girls Pro Conceal. It's not great. Hi, Linda Lexus. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. I've had a crap day. Do you know, it's only been a crap day because I've allowed it to be a crap day. If it was a nice sunny day, I could have got out. Do you know what I mean? But instead, I've allowed somebody else to orchestrate my day, to maneuver my mood. I'm not having it. My friends have told me, oh, LA girl is awful. Oh, is it? It's going on my head. Do you get that over there? It's been raining all day. It's depressing, isn't it, guys? Do any of you get depressed because of the weather? I thought it was just me, but I realise that it's a lot of people. And then you get these people that say, well, why don't you get one of those heaters or those things that sort of light up? I can't see how that is going to make any difference to me. I really don't. If I wake up and the sun's beaming through, yes, I feel a bit happier. But I can't see. I think once I get up and realise that it's a miserable day outside, then it's not going to make me feel any better, is it? Hi, Jennifer. How are you, sweetness? Hello, Skipper. Thank you all so much for coming in. I'll let you into a secret. I was grumpy girl today. And I thought, you know, nobody cares if I come on anyway. I'm not going to come on. That's it. I'm just going to sit here and wallow and feel sorry for myself and feel worthless. And then I spoke to a couple of my friends and they slapped me upside my head. Figuratively. You know what I mean. And and they made me think, do you know what? If we did that with our lives, instead of always feeling, you know, when you feel that somebody's wronged you, instead of sort of allowing it to change your life and allowing it to, you know, take your mood, to lower your mood, if you just said, oh, all right then, oh, I forgot to put my other earring in. Do you like my earring? If we then said, oh, all right then, your loss, it'd be much better, wouldn't it? Instead of bloody pontificating. That's what I was doing today. Procrastinating I was doing. I'll let you into a secret. I've been using that word in the wrong context for years and years until somebody actually looked it up. And I realised it was the wrong word. It wasn't the word that I meant. So what do you think of that colours, guys? Hi, Gary. Thanks for coming in, sweetie. I'm doing a makeover, Gary. Skipper, where's Gillian? Who's Gillian? Anyway, so we'll have a little chit chat, shall we? We'll have a let's cheer up Jan because she's a silly old bint chat. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I need it today, guys. Oh yeah, but where was I leading with that? What I was trying to say was, you know, in my life, I guess in a lot of people's lives, we sort of we put too much importance on why people do things. Some people just do them because they're just not very nice people, don't they? Do you know what I mean? I don't know who Gillian's Island is. Ollie's gonna cheer me up. Ollie's gonna cheer me up. Hey, hey, Ollie's gonna cheer me up. Thanks, Ollie. Anyway, me and the fam. I'm called Skipper because of my potty mouth. Oh. Hi, Annabelle Johnson. How are you? I hope you're well. Well, so this is my idea of a makeover. It's not great because I haven't got what I really need. So I find, guys, the best way to get a bit of colour to your cheeks is basically to use a bit of lipstick. So much easier. Playing with his dinghy. Who's playing with his dinghy? Now, this has gone a bit mishmash because I've kept it in my bag, but it's quite handy for this. Look, see? Little bit, little bit, little bit. Can you imagine Jeffree Star doing this? He wouldn't sell anything. He'd only have to sell his lipstick, wouldn't he? You could use your lipstick on here and you could use it on your cheeks. Okay. So, I am, when I'm away, I'm going to be vlogging. I'm not saying I'm going to put up a big YouTube vlog like I did in Paris, although I quite enjoyed doing that. Maybe I should do that. But my daughter came up with the idea of doing a, what is it? What she call it? Berlin on a budget. The problem is, so I'm thinking of doing that, guys. Berlin on a budget. I thought, yeah, I like that. And then I realised we're staying in a 5-star hotel. So what I'll probably do is do Berlin on a budget, but not showing that we're staying in a 5-star hotel. Because, to be honest with you, we've got no money. We've got very little money to spend. So we've got like this family group WhatsApp, and she keeps sending these sort of cheap and cheerful things that we can be doing. So that's what I'm going to focus on. When we're in Berlin, we're going to focus on cheap and cheerful. So if anyone's been there, what do you think? I've just rubbed that pink off, haven't I? What do you guys think? If any of you have been to Berlin, tell me somewhere cheap and cheerful, because that's me. Cheap and cheerful. That's going to be us. Don't laugh. We get off the plane. We're going to have somebody standing there with my name, like I'm some sort of important person. We're going to get in this cab, just hoping that when my ex bought the cab, oh no, what's this? Bobby Brown. When my ex ordered the cab, there was only going to be 3 of us, but there's now going to be 4 of us. So I'm hoping we don't have to have a stand-up argument with the blooming German taxi driver, because there's now 4 of us. So anyway, that's going to be fun. So we're going to get out with all our cheapy bags and our cheapy suitcase with London plastered all over it. Although my daughter said I can take the one with teddy bears or something on it. I said, oh, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd look really stylish as we pull up in this bloody limo. Anyway, so we're staying at this top hotel, 5-star if you don't mind, in Germany. We'll be getting out. We'll be like the riffraff of the bloody hotel. I know it. It's my ex. When he books me to go away, he always books me on these super duper places. We always have to stay in 5-star. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. But it just really ironic to me. The other day, my boss said to me on the way into work, have a good day. I took his advice and went home. I like that. I like that, Ollie. Hi, Jason. How are you, sweetheart? Are you well? Have you been keeping well? I hope so. Right, guys. This is now called, it's Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown. It's called Corrector. Now, it's in a colour called Very Deep Bisque. Now, Very Deep Bisque is that colour, right? Which isn't really my colour, is it? So how can that correct me? It's just going to make me go dark, isn't it? So what I think we're going to do... Where's Whitney? Hi, Erin, sweetheart. How are you? Right, so what we do, this is just correcting stuff. It doesn't correct it at all. It just tans me up, guys. Look, it's just tanning me up. Do you know, did I tell you the time I was in this, what would you call it over in America? a department store, yeah, like Macy's. I was in one of them, and there was this really attractive man doing makeup on the Bobby Brown stall, and I'm a sucker for attractive men. I'm sorry, guys, but I am. Hi, Laura. I'm a sucker for them. So I stood there transfixed by his beauty because he really was stunningly beautiful, this guy. And all of us, and I thought, oh, Lord, I'll go and have a look and see if I want anything off of his stall. So I stood there. Bear in mind, I had no makeup on. I looked like death. But I thought, oh, I forgot, actually, if I'm honest. So I'm standing there rifling through the Bobby Brown stuff. And he said, would you like a makeover today? And I went, oh, what, me? I don't know. I said, I'm not really in the right sort of frame of mind to have it. Oh, yes, you were. Oh, I could make you look stunning, darling. He was gorgeous. I think he was Italian or something like that. Long hair. Well, that was me gone. That's it. Okay. All right. I was like jelly in his hand. I went, all right. The next thing I know, I'm sat in the middle of this salon with this Italian stallion doing my makeup. Whew. Whew. I enjoyed being that close to him, it has to be said. Anyone would think I'm a bloody cougar. I'm not a cougar, guys. I'm not. Anyway, he did this makeup on me. Now, the problem I have, if any of you have got dark skin, do you have a problem with them getting the colours right? Listen, you know I've done TV. You go into makeup, they never get the colours right. They never get the colours right. And this guy, he did me up like I was a ghoul. Do you know, it was like 3 shades too light. And I remember him saying to me, oh, let's go and have a look in the mirror and see what you think. So I walked over, and of course I had to take my glasses off. I don't like myself with my glasses. I just look horrid. Although I should like it because I can't really see anyway. But what I can see, I'm like, no thanks. Anyway, so he's led me to the mirror in front of all these other customers bustling around, and he's taken my hand, and I'm like, oh, this is all very nice. I've looked in the mirror. Honestly, I wanted to die. I wanted the floor to open. It wasn't me. It was the wrong shades. Anyway, I liked him so much, I ended up buying a few of the things. Now, one of the things I bought was that. See, it was a long story, but we got there in the end. One of the things was that. He swore blind that he used that on me. I can't see where he could have used that on me. It's too dark. Look, it was that bit down there, wasn't it? Too dark. Look how fair I am there. I mean, it's different when I get a tan, but look, my neck is quite pale, isn't it? And they say your face should be the same colour as your neck. My face is not the same colour as my neck. Isn't it? Even without makeup. I'm not a cougar. Thank you very much, Dre. Thank you, Jason. Jason says I look beautiful with glasses. Well, I have to, because I look disgusting without them. Well, that's not true, because sometimes I do go out without them. When you're having one of those days, guys, and you just don't want to look at people, I just go without my glasses on, because then I can't see anything. Then somebody told me if I ever had an accident and I didn't have my glasses on, I would be prosecuted. So I try and make sure I'm wearing them for driving. That's it, Dre. They make us look ashy. That's it. And I've noticed it, especially on television. Those makeup artists, they don't know how to colour a dark skin. Do you know what I mean? I think they all think we're the same shade, and we're not. And or they look at my neck and they think, yeah, well, she's got quite a pale neck. will go for a really pale face. I don't like a really pale face. I like a tan. I'm quite happy with my tan. Just tan it up a bit more. Chris says I look awful with glasses and I need them to take a break from my contact. See, I can't wear contacts because I have got, I did have varifocals because from a distance, I used to be long-sighted, but as I've got older, that's got worse as well. So I need them for distance, and I need them for the computer, and I need them for close up. So hence why I've got so many pairs of glasses. Hang on, let's do this. Let's give me some colour. That's it. That's as good as it gets, guys, I'm afraid. That's it. My daughter bought me these earrings, look. She said to me, this is the second pair of the second pair of earrings she's bought me, where one of them has lost the back. I said to her, you sure you're not pilfering them in the shop? Right, let's see if I can get this other one in. I have to take the backing off another pair there, and let's see if it's... Oh, we're in. That's lovely. Well, right, I've got to read what Jason is saying. He's had several outfits I will never wear, all because a cute salesman told me I look cute in them. I know, isn't it terrible? Oh my God, I'm terrible. But this guy, I mean, I follow him on Insta now. He's beautiful, I have to say. I'm a sucker for a beautiful man. Yeah, what do you think of those earrings, guys? They're nice, aren't they? My daughter bought me those the other day. That one's probably going to pop off because it's got the wrong thing on it. Has it popped already? Yeah. Is ashy the same as dry skin? No. Hi, Veronica, and thank you so much. No, ashy is just like, how can you describe it, Dre? It's like, it's just, it's like brown, but without the nice brown, if that makes sense. It's sort of, oh God, I can't really explain it. It's like, is it like that colour? See, I like brown. So I like to use a lot of blusher. See, I would buy blusher, really dark blusher, because I like that look. Not because I'm trying to thin my face, because nothing's going to do that. I didn't realize, guys, I've put on so much work. I've put on so much weight, guys. I don't know what to do. Well, I do stop eating, but I've got to stop eating in a week, because otherwise I'm not going to fit in any of my. Yeah, it's a greyish colour. That's true. I'm not going to fit in any of my clothes, and I want to take some really super duper pictures in Berlin. In Berlin, they've got this wall, and it's got things like wings on it and things like that. I want to stand there like that and look really good. I can't though, because I just look short and dumpy, and plump, because I've eaten too many Easter eggs, guys. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking. And look what my daughter bought me. I got orange Smarties. I love Smarties. I can't help it. They're all orange. Have you seen those? Have they got those in where you are? I think they're really nice, and I like orange Smarties. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. I am short and dumpy though, Dre. See me in my family pictures. I'm like the shortest one in the family. They're all tall, and I'm like the short, dumpy brown one in the middle. And I think people go, who the hell's that? Oh, is that the mother? Yes, I am. Guys, you've got to keep... I have to keep a bit stum about it. But my daughter and my granddaughter are going to be on BBC TV very soon. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them because shouldn't really say it, but when does it come out? It comes out when I come back. I think the day I come back is when it comes out. It's on BBC One. It's called 21 Again. And I think it's going to be, what? Oh, did you? No, I'll read that in a minute. It's called 21 Again. It's on BBC One. It was originally just going to be on BBC Three, but BBC liked it so much they're putting it on BBC One. It's going to be really good, and I hope it's going to catapult my granddaughter. You'll finally get to see my eldest granddaughter. She's beautiful, and that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that because she deserves it. When her story comes out, I'd be happy to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it yet because it hasn't come out. And I know my daughter will be like, "Oh, Mum, I told you shouldn't have done." So, no, yeah, you saw the pictures on Twitter. It's not hard. I mean, if you did a bit of delving to find out what the issue is, but it's fair. I'll tell you one thing: she's deaf. She's deaf. So anyway, that's it. But when it comes out, I'm hoping it's going to change her life a bit because she's been through an awful lot of crap because of her disability. Hi, Faraya. Right, let's see. Did you hear on Twitter about the mum who went to Berlin with her kid and took them to a Holocaust museum? Kid was terrified. Mother was furious, demanded that it be more censored. What? She demanded the Holocaust be more child-friendly. What? Why would she take her child to a place like that anyway? I would never do. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And if my child was of a certain age that they'd shown an interest in it, then I would say to them, well, you do realise when we go there that, you know, you're going to perhaps learn a few things that you didn't know before and that it may be upsetting to you. In fact, it more than likely will be upsetting to you. I would explain that to them. I wouldn't turn around to the people and say, well, this should be more child-friendly. No, the Holocaust was not child-friendly. Quite the opposite. And it's an actual fact. It's a historical fact about what happened. And it is an atrocity. And it is disgusting. I don't know if my daughter's put that down as somewhere for us to go, actually. Oh, I know that I won't have a good day that day if I go there. Let me see if she has. Let's see. I see another airplane's gone down. Thanks. Why is it? I think, you know, the internet is such a peculiar thing. It knows that I've been typing in about my flights and going to Berlin and so forth. All of a sudden, all I see is things about Berlin and things about planes falling out of the sky. I'm like, oh, thanks for that. You just put my mind at rest. That's wonderful. Thank you very much. Right, I'm just going to see where my daughter has suggested that we go. And I'm going to see, Berlin on a budget. That's what she's called our group. Right, okay. Right, hang on. Let's see what she's suggested we go and see. What? Oh. Coca Barn Mideli. I don't know what she's talking about. Some sort of deli. The silly thing is, it wasn't the pile of bodies that bothered her the most. It was the fact that the bodies weren't closed. What? Oh, God. What a disgusting, stupid, pathetic woman. I have nothing else to say about that. Anyway, so my daughter feels we should go to this Vietnamese restaurant called the Coco Barn. Delhi in Berlin. So that's one place we're going. As long as it's cheap, we'll be all right. Um, I've got a. Has anybody checked in online before? If you have, can you explain it to me, please? Oh, excuse me. Yes, that's mother's. What? That mother's waiver. Yes, Jason. Oh, God. Some people, they're just ridiculous, aren't they? Money-saving museums and galleries. Berlin's Museum Island. Oh, they've got an island. Is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is home to 5 museums. Okay. I don't know which one is one of those a Holocaust museum. I don't know, but apparently we can buy a one-day museum island area ticket for €18. That's not bad. €9 for concessions. Well, I'll probably get an OOP badge, so that'll be all right. Right, we can also go to Sandyman's New Europe. They have a 2.5-hour tour from Starbucks to Brewers Berlin tours. What? Starbucks at Brandon. I told you guys, I haven't got a bloody clue. As soon as I get off that plane, I'm going to be completely clueless. I won't even be able to speak the language. Jesus. Right, for general city tours. Oh, they're talking about city tours. I don't like tours, do you guys? When you go away, do you go on tours? I like to do my own thing. I don't like tours. I don't like being bossed around. What was that? I went to Anne Frank's house in Amsterdam. I was crying hysterical, and I'm an adult. Really? Oh, God. See, the thing is, you don't need to be Jewish to fully understand the atrocities of the Holocaust. When I worked in a school and I learnt more and more history. I love history. And when I learnt more and more about it, I was horrified. It's like, because I didn't pay much attention when I was a student. But then when I was working in the school, I did. I was horrified. I just, how humans can be that inhumane to other humans is like, Jesus, no, I'm speechless, guys. Absolutely speechless about it. It's just horrendous. Alternative Berlin tours. No, I don't want tours. Thing with my daughter is she's very organised. So I've got a feeling she's going to try and organise the time we're there, which is going to be fun because I like to just get up and go for a meander and do my own thing. Let's see what else you put. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, that has to be age appropriate. It must be. Don't they stop children going in there? I see no. Hi, Emily. I see no reason for children to go in there. I'm sorry. I think there should be a no children's ban to go in there unless you ask for specific permission. Because yeah, I think that's the fairest way. I don't see any point in. I cannot understand wanting to subject your children to that. Jan, I agree. That's really odd. That mother probably wants everything to be child friendly soon. She'll want, yeah, exactly. She'll want kids drinking at the pub. Yeah, it's pathetic. I'm sorry, I won't let my kids go there until they are 14 or 15. Yes, I agree, Dre. Yes, exactly, Dre, says Jason. Patients should know it's a parent, should know it's an age appropriate museum. Yes. One of my favourite names, I'm curious. Also, you look lovely. Oh, thank you, Farai. That's really sweet. Hi, official Amy girl. Welcome. Right. My names. The names I like. Okay. My top girl's name is Eden. Love Eden. See, I should really say my own kids' names, shouldn't I? Obviously, I like all my kids' names, but I don't think that's what you're asking for. You're asking for names that I really like. Cooper, I like. That's my grandson's name. Uh, what else do I like? I can tell you the names that I thought of using when when I was pregnant with my kids. I tell you something, when you're pregnant, you look at names differently. I know I did. And my two girls, I stuck with their names from as soon as the sperm hit the egg. I knew which names I wanted and I stuck with them. That's a lie. That happened with the second daughter. The first daughter, her father wanted to name her after his aunt who had brought him up. Problem was, he wasn't sure whether it was Joanna or Joanne. Now, I wasn't keen on Joanne, but I loved Joanna. So one day we went to the cemetery to where she was buried and to find her gravestone so that we knew what we were going to name our grandchild, our daughter. Fingers crossed like that. Please let it be Joanna. Please let it be Joanna. Please let it be Joanna. And luckily it was. I was so all right, because I thought I'm going to have to fight him. If he says Joanne, I just think Joanna has got a nice ring to it. It just finishes it off. So that's that story. The first boy, we couldn't agree. We couldn't agree on boys' names. So I said, all the names I came out with, I liked Clinton. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know. Milton, I liked. I told my son that the other day. He went, oh my God. He said, thank God you didn't call me that. So anyway, I like that. I like Quentin. Where did they say? I tell you, it was just as well I've not named them because I'm sure I wouldn't like them now. And I'm sure they wouldn't like them. They were all the names I liked for boys. He liked names like, I have to be careful, I haven't got one in here. He liked names like Lawrence. I was like, no, because as he grows up, he'll be called Larry. I said, and it'd be like, oh, Larry in the corner there. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, no. Hi, Vanessa. I hope none of you have got these names. I know, Dre. It's embarrassing. We had 3 family members when I was pregnant with my youngest, and I didn't like any of the names. And everyone wanted me to pick one. I went completely off list. Do you know what? You like Lawrence? No. And also, I never knew the sex of any of my kids. So before they were born. So luckily the 2 girls came along and I had names for girls. Never had any boys' names. Never. So we get to child number 3, still no boys' names, and we can't agree. So I said, I'll tell you what, if it's a boy, because we can't agree, we'll name him after you. I said, because we just can't agree on a boy's name. So his name's Charlie. So my first son was called Charlie after his dad, but it had to be spelt differently because of confusion with the names. So I spelt him with a L-E-Y, and his middle name was Junior because we couldn't agree on a middle name. So for the first 6 months of his life, he was called Junior and not Charlie. Then I had this elderly aunt, an elderly Bernardo aunt. Did I say hi, Vanessa? If not, hi. Anyway, so I went to see my aunt, very old fashioned, very sort of, worked for the Bank of England, don't you know? But she was adorable. I loved her, my Aunt Molly. So I went to see her, and she didn't really like boys too much. She just liked girls. And she was never over keen on little Charlie. And one day she said to me, did you realise that Junior is not actually a proper name. Why don't you give him a proper name? And I said, because he's named after his dad. So I don't want to call him Charlie because every time I say Charlie, his dad goes, what? So I'm like, Charlie, come to what? So we call him Junior. But after that, it made me think. I thought, do I want him to grow up thinking his name's Junior? So I then swapped it back to Charlie. So we've got a pair of Charlies. A pair of Charlies. Yeah. So he spent his life being called Little Charlie. There are still, he's now up here. There. And there are still members of the family that call him Little Charlie. Little Charlie. Because his dad's got the same. You know, you're still there. Hello. Hello, Gary. Right, I want everyone to write their favourite name down. Listen, I'm glad I cracked you up, Jason. I have to. I've been a right tiz today. My husband's grandfather's middle name was Junior. Yeah, that's my son's middle name. Esmond. Right, okay, Fariah's got... Listen, I have to be so careful because if I don't like a name, I'm likely to go, oh, God, no. I don't mean anything by it, guys. It's just the way I am. It's like when I was in the shop that time and I saw this guy and he had a name tag and I'm a bit like... I can't help it sometimes. I was talking to him and I said, oh, your name's Corey. So he said, yes. I said, oh, I like that. Actually, I really like Corey. I could have gone for Corey because both my sons have got C. Anyway, I'm going on. Anyway, so I said, yeah, I really like that name. And he said, oh, thanks very much. I said, so your parents, you know, are they English? Not an English name, is it? I said, isn't it American or something? He said, oh, I don't really know. I think so. So I said, so what's your middle name? So he went, Ian. And I went, oh, my God, no. Is it Ian? Corey Ian? What were they thinking of? My daughter's gone, Mum. And I just can't help it. I'm like, well, why would you put Ian with Corey? She said, Mum, he's standing there. Oh, sorry about that. But so if you put a name up there, guys, and I don't like it, and I say something, I mean no offence, I would rather face all the ages of this world alone than spend one lifetime without your awesome, goofy show. Oh, thank you so much. Who's that? Oh, Jacobim. Have I said that right? Thank you so much. That's a really sweet, lovely thing to say, especially under the circumstances today. Anyway, right. Okay, so Fariah, her siblings are called Esme. Fariah. What you got? What? Gave us... What? Right, so Fariah, her siblings' names are Esme, Fariah, Judah, and Moses. See, you can't have a sister called Fariah, love, if you're called Fariah. Hi, Surf and Yolly. Hi. Hope you're well. Anyway, never mind. Right, Jacqueline. Is that your favourite name, Erin? That's a really old name. I had a friend at school called Jacqueline. We called her Jackie. If I have a son, it'd be called Aiden. I like Aiden. The only thing with Aiden, I shouldn't really say it, but the only thing with Aiden, you get all the rhyming ones now because my daughter liked Caden. So you've got Aiden and Caden and Jaden. Do you know what I mean? If you've got triplets, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're being quiet in your corner and listening. Oh, bless you, Gary. Coming to support your girl. I'm not your girl. I'm not Barbara, am I? What? Clemency Twistleton Faladay Ottoman, sir. Who's that, Ollie? I had 2 boys. Zachary and Noah. Yes, like that. Like both of those. I like Noah and I like Zachary. I thought of Zachary for my youngest. My brother's name was Corey. Yeah, I like Corey. Very manly, I think. Yeah, I like Corey. I like manly names, I think. I've realised. Both my sons have got very strong male names. My kids are Brody, Galen. I like those two. Ashley and Ophelia. Oh my goodness. I quite like Ophelia. Wow. They don't shorten it, do they, Jennifer? And I like the others as well. Brody, my daughter's best friend's son's called Brody. I like that. Loving the emotions or the emojis, Vanessa. They look good. Yes, I am honest. I'm honest to a point. I know it gets me in so much trouble though, Jason. I can't help it. What are the names, Dre? What names? I have names for my children. Yeah, come and tell us what they are, Dre. I'll try and like them. My husband's name is Corey. I like that name. My favourite name is Abigail. Yeah, it's quite common though, isn't it? This is where I'm going to piss you all off. Maybe I shouldn't have started this. Abigail is pretty. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Have any of you seen that show called Abigail's Party? Hilarious. Love it. Especially the original. Brilliant. Aidan is my brother's middle name. What's that spelling? Oh, I also like Hayden. I like Hayden as well, although my daughter went to college, to a college called Hayden. See, my parents were going to call me Alfie, but they settled with Oliver. Whilst I really am fond of the name Alfie, I really don't look like an Alfie. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You hear some of these people that say, oh, well, I had this name in my head, but then when I gave birth, they didn't look like one of them. Listen, I made mine look like their name. It's like, you're going to look like a Charlie, all right? My youngest son, I didn't name him, but I approved of the name. And now I'm like, well, if I'd have known that he was the first man to kill a brother in the Bible, maybe I wouldn't have named him that. I didn't know that, and I should know. I was brought up on the Bible. I went to church schools and all that. I didn't realise. So anyway, never mind. And it's spelled the same way. See, I think some people try and get away around that by spelling it with a K. I don't like names spelt with a K. Oh, I better have a look. Yeah, I didn't want a K. I like autumn for a girl. Yes, I like autumn for a girl. Erin, you like very... What can I say? How can I put this nicely? Erin's not going to be my friend after this. You like very traditional names, don't you? My son's middle name is Michael. I like Brody and Ophelia. They are cool names. Does anyone shorten Ophelia? Can't really shorten Ophelia, can you? Can't call her Offie. Offie? No. Yeah, I always get confused, Faraya. We only shorten Ashley's name occasionally to Ash. He goes back and forth with which he prefers. Oh, I see. See, now I like Ashley. I like Ash for a boy. I think that's nice. And I like that spelling you've got, Ashley. I'm not keen on the other spelling. Eddie Ray was my father's name. Carl was my grandfather's name. And Jessica was going to be named if I was a girl. Yeah, I thought of Jessica because I had already got a J. Both my girls are J's. Both my boys are C's. No reason. That's why I've got the J and the C. Tattoo. See there. My big lumpy arm. Anyway. I considered Jessica when I was pregnant with my second, because I did like that. I do like the name. I think it's a nice name. I actually quite like Jessie for a boy as well, but I don't know. Right. Manly name's Bruce. Bruce isn't manly. Bruce isn't manly. Bruce is Australian. Did you know? Bolton. Barry, Gordon. Oh no, Ollie. No, darling, no. Listen, Gary is now extinct, apparently, over here. No child has been born and called Gary in X amount of years. I can't remember what it was, but there was something about it in the news not so long ago. I've got a brother called Gary. I've got a half brother called Gary. And I've got a brother called, no, that's my nephew, isn't it? Called Carl. Hey, Jan, how does it feel to be what? To be a 30 MILF. What? I think I'm a GILF or a NILF. Thanks for that compliment. Has. I don't want children, but I've always put a lot of thought into naming my pets. Oh, come on then, tell me your pet names. Erin, you like the most whitest of white names. There's Dre playing the race card. See, that's my trouble. I quite like, I don't think I like black names per se, but I like unusual names and I like American names. I like names that are seen as surnames for boys. Oh, I'll tell you another name I like. Don't laugh. I like Sheridan. I really liked Sheridan for a boy. I just did. Sometimes Dylan is another name I like. Yes, I like that too, Steph. Sometimes because she's a toddler, we often shorten Ophelia to Fifi. I like that. I like Fifi. Fifi's so feminine. I like girls' names to be feminine and I like boys' names to be masculine. But that's probably a generational thing. But I like boys' names like Carter. Anyway, names like that. Ophelia. Elia. What's Elia? Oh God, I blooming tripped over that in one of Dre's lives last night. There was a lovely lady in there called what was it? Elvia. Anyway, I couldn't get a blooming name right. Anyway, there we go. Never mind. Bruno isn't. I don't think Bruno is a manly name. Not for me, it isn't. Bruno's an Italian name. My best friend is Italian, and she had an uncle come over called Bruno. I don't think it's a feminine name. It's probably because I equate it to Bruno Tonioli, the dancer, and he's not masculine. Hasn't got one masculine bone in his body. My favourite names are Cadence, like that. Bonnie, Winter, I like. Although one of my friends, his surname's Winter. Ellen, and I like Dennis. No, I don't like Dennis. Winter is an awesome name. Yes, I like that. I have a friend named Gary. That's weird. I've got a friend named Gary as well. I've got a friend and a brother named Gary. What a coincidence. I think of Bruno Mars. I think of Bruno Mars as well. But Bruno Mars isn't the most masculine male out there. He, in my opinion, is very underrated as a songwriter, as a performer, as a musician. I think he's great. I think Bruno Mars is brilliant. I have a friend. If I had a son, I'd name him Arsehole JR after his. What are you talking about, Gary? What is a lilt? No, it was a milt. It was a MILF. Was it? Was it a MILF? I think he was kind of paying me and what do you call it, a compliment? I don't know. Dre, shut up, says Erin. My motto's squabbling. I like winter. It's pretty. Would you use it for a girl? I'd use it for a girl. Oh, I remember watching some kids show when I was younger, and there was a black girl called Courtney, and it didn't fit at all. No offence, by the way. One of my best friends, when all our kids were young, she had a little girl called Courtney. No, she wasn't black, and I quite liked it. I think I prefer it for a girl. I don't think I like it for a boy. I think I like it for a girl. I'm an extinct person in the UK. I should go there so they have more Garys. I know, I'm sorry, Gary. If you don't believe me, Google it. Hunter, I like Hunter. Yes, I like Hunter. They're my sort of names. We have nephews. Oh, now I'm oh. Let me read this right. Emily says we have nephews named Parker. Yes, like that. Drake. Yes. What? Grayson. Is that Grayson? Gracyen? I'm not sure about that one, darling. And Surf has put Hunter, Morgan, Madison, Parker, Tyler. Like all of those. All of those. He's still very sexy. Do you think he's sexy, Bruno Mars? I don't think he's sexy. I think I would eat him alive. No, I like a bit more masculinity in my men. Contrary to popular belief. Yeah, no, I like masculinity. I like male. Yeah. Anyway, how did we get onto that? Farai likes Madeline. No, I don't like that. I don't mind Maddie as much, but then Maddie is shortened, is a diminutive of Madison. I like Madison. My nephew's name is Parker. It's good. I like it. My cousin named her baby girl Isabella, which I kind of like. It is a lovely name, but it's so common, Jason. Oh my God, my granddaughter's got so many friends called Isabella. It's Isabel and Isabella, Isabella C, Isabella D, Isabella F. Yeah, there's so many of them, but it's a really pretty name. Liked and shared, but I keep getting booted off. Sorry. Hi, Frog. Thanks for coming in, sweetheart. We're talking names tonight, sweetheart. We're keeping it light. We're keeping it fresh. I know a guy named Courtney. Oh, do you? See, I don't know if I like Courtney for a boy. I don't know. My auntie is having a baby in 2 weeks, and my other auntie is due in October. One of them is kind of snobbish and will go for like a posh, weird name. What was I going to say? I was going to say something back up there and I've forgotten. I've forgotten what I was going to say. I'm sure it wasn't that important anyway. Am I the only person who finds it weird when a boy is named Ashley? No. I like a boy. I like Ashley for a boy, but then I'd call it Ash. I think Ash for a man is quite nice, don't you? I don't really like Ashley for a girl. What about Chris for a boy? No. I've got a brother. I've got a brother called Christian, so that's all right. It's called Christian. Nobody ever calls him Chris. I never call him Chris. My daughter's name is Harley. Love that name. Love it. Love Harley. Do you remember when Harvey was all the rage? I wasn't sure if I liked Harvey. Oh, I remembered the other day when I was out shopping and I heard some mother go, Gavin! I thought, oh, Jesus, I used to like that. I used to like Gavin. And I said to my teen who was with me, I said, do you know, I used to like Gavin. You could have been a Gavin. He went, oh, thank God I wasn't. Thanks for that. He didn't like that idea at all. Oh, yeah, I know. When my son was about 6, or 7, my other son, I split with the dad, which was a bit awkward because he had got his father's. That's a problem. If you name your child after the father, what happens if you split up? You're sort of stuck with that name then, aren't you? You can't sort of go, well, I'm never going to mention his name ever again. Because you've got the child with the same name. Anyway, so one day I had this idea that I would call him something else. So I said to my girls, now, if he was 7, my girls must have been 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, must have been 11 and 13, thereabouts. So I've said to them, I want to call Charlie something else. So they were like, well, what do you want to call him? I said, I want to call him Blake. I like that name. I like Blake. So I said, well, let's just see how it goes. So for one day, we tried to call Charlie Blake. It didn't stick. It didn't stick. Oh, dear. So he's still a Charlie. He's a right Charlie, and I love him. But the funny thing is, I don't normally call him Charlie. I call him Charles because I love the name Charles. It's so, what's the word? Autocratic. It's just, it's so sort of grand. In my head, it's grand and it's nice, Charles. So I normally call him that. His friends call him Chaz, which I hate. Never called him Chaz. I do call him Charlie, but normally if I call him Charlie, I call him Charlie Barley. So it'd be Charlie Barley, pudding and pie, kissed the girlies and made them cry. I used to sing that to him when he was 24. I rather name. Dre would rather name. Are you boys being naughty in here? Oi! I'm going to have words with you two. Yeah, ashhole. I can see what you're writing, Gary. Chris has tainted the name for me forever. Yes, he would do, Jason. Taint it for everybody, I should imagine. I'd rather name my kid Peter before Chris. Peter. I'm not keen on Peter. Peter? Oh, yeah, Peter. Quite like. I don't like it at all. Seriously, I like Charlie. And Charlie is a name that lasts like forever. People, it's a name that doesn't age. I love Charlie. Have I seen Katie Hopkins' opinions on names? I have, and I have to say, I agree with her on some of them. I have to say, people who name their children ridiculous names ought to get slapped upside their head. You can't. Yeah. If you want to discuss that, we'll discuss it. I think, I didn't think you could name your child something like Apple or North or any of those stupid names. Why would you name a child an apple? Come on. It's not fair. It's not fair on the child. Right, I have fish I named Bully and Bipolar. Gary, you do make me laugh. We got a new cat. About, I don't know how long ago. Year ago, maybe. Couldn't think of a name. I've had so many blooming cats, just couldn't think of a name. So I said to my son, I said, right, let's do like the name game. So we went through thousands and thousands of names. Couldn't agree on any. And then he came up with one. Asker. I said, oh, Asker. I said, actually, I don't mind that. That's okay. All right, okay, we'll go for Asker. So I then found out it's a bloody wrestler. The smallest. There she is. You can't even see her. Oh, no, that's not her. God, and I've got my glasses on. Where is she? She's normally around here somewhere. The smallest defenseless little cat you could ever seen is named after a wrestler. Anyway, never mind. It's Asuka, not Asuka. Katie Price. Right. Yeah, I like those. Katie Price has a daughter named Princess. Ridiculous. Which I don't mind. It's just what if she's not girly, it doesn't. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm sorry. You can't name. It's like naming your daughter Queen or naming your son Duke. No. No. Especially her. Common as muck. My puppy is Lola. I like Lola. I like Lola. I like Layla as well. They're in the tank. I call it the penitentiary. Isn't it penitentiary? You put penitentiary. Shouldn't it be penitentiarium? Oh, never mind. They are my fish and they're mean, are they? Jan, my ex was called Charlie. Sorry about that, Faraya, but you are only 12. I love Lola. I like Lola. Jason, is she a black cat? Where's Jason? Where's Jason? What's he named his? Well, I'm going back, Jason. It better not be called Blackie. I tell you. Otherwise, you're out the door, matey. Do you know people got barred for calling their pets or their dog Blackie? Can you imagine? I'm out for a stroll in the park. And all of a sudden I hear, Blacko, Gary! Oh, sorry? Do you mind? So they stop people doing that. So let's find. Right, Jason, you've got to tell me that name again because I can't find it, darling. So tell me it. I love Lola too. Oh yeah, okay, it's all right. Luna, I like Luna. Like the lunar eclipse. Why am I dancing? I don't know. I can't stay, but I hope you all have a great week. Oh, are you off then, Erin? All right then, sweetheart. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. I totally agree with you on the crazy names, Jan. Parents aren't thinking about when the kids are growing up exactly and deal with getting bullied exactly. All because the parents wanted to try to be creative. You can't be creative. It's not fair. That child, if you're too creative and nobody can spell that child's name, they go through the whole life having to spell their name. God, I should know because I put a little bit of a twist on some of my names. And even then, they're still having to blooming, like Charlie, he always has to say it's spelled E-Y. I think half the time he doesn't bother. Oh, you're 13, Faraya. I'm sorry, darling. Who names their child Princess? I know, it's ridiculous. Her name's Luna. Oh, thank goodness for that. I want a black cat named Luna. My mum was going to call my sister Ebony, but she's mixed race. Shall we go there? Shall we go there, Dre? Hi, Rye. I'm late. You're in bed. You've had a long day. Oh, well, thank you so much for coming in, Rye. I really appreciate it. I love summer and Sunday for girls. I've not heard of Sunday. I quite like that. Yeah, although when she gets older, boys are going to be like, oh, Sunday fun day, eh? Huh? Shall we have a bit of Sunday fun day? Or is that just my mind? Just because I've got a dirty mind. Sure, let's go there. Oh, okay. Faraya. It's an interesting point you make there. Should a white child or mixed race child be called Ebony? Oh, I'm going to have to be really honest here and say, if I had a child, because I've got a tan, would I call it Ebony anyway? I don't think I would. I don't think I would. And that's not only because most of my kids haven't got a tan. There's only one of them that's really got a tan. So I don't think I would use them. Would I think it odd if a white girl was called Ebony? I'd have to think about it. I don't think. I don't know. Let me see what my friend. That's just your mind, Jan. Why? Actually, really good. Yeah. It's like I think it's a very slippery slope if you're associating names with nationalities and associating names with colour. If you look at the general consensus, because there's a hell of a lot of racism in the world, people are going to query it. That's the thing. And that would be the only reason I would not call them it, because I wouldn't want them to have to face racism because I gave them a name that purely by the word means black. So it's a very tricky one. Hi, Carolyn. Yeah. So I don't know. I used to get bullied for my name, but people calling me rye bread. That's awful. So kids are, having worked in education for 8 years, I know how kids can be bullied for things like their name. Now, having said that, I've also seen kids that I've thought, oh my God, you're going to have a problem with your name. You know, I've seen a little year 7 come in with a unusual name, say, and I thought, oh, Jesus, you're going to have trouble. That child hasn't gone through trouble, mainly because of the type of person they were. Do you see what I mean? So yeah, it's a can of worms. That maybe we should talk about that on another stream. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to go into it now because I'm only going to stay on for another 10-15 minutes. So I like that name, Storm. Is it a male or a female? Is Storm a male and a female name? Her name is Monday. I get her, what's that? Oh, all over the place. It's a guy. I've only heard of Wednesday. Yeah, I think I've heard every day of the week for a child, and I quite like that. Although most of my kids, my son was born. He was born on a Friday, I think. My other son was born on a Saturday, and the girls, I think, were both Thursdays. So I wouldn't have done that. But Storm would work for a girl too. I like Storm. I like the name Storm. I think it's nice. And I think I like it for both. Yeah. The thing is, you know, I think Rye is a nice name. One of my best friends' name is Billy Lynn. I like it a lot. That is nice. See, that's the thing, is we live in such a sort of technological world that all these names like Storm and can't think of another name now. People are always going to say, "Oh, you named them after such and such a person on on such a film." I love Storm for a name. I gave it to Ophelia as a middle name. Ophelia Storm. Wow, that is a good name. Yeah, I think Rye is a lovely name. I like Dre as well. I like Dre for a boy. I think that's cool. But I mean, you know, when I worked in schools, I came across some names that I thought, oh my God, why did your mother name you that? But I do feel a lot depends on the child. And, you know, it's like Africans tend to use name, or they can use names like Precious, Innocent. What else? Another one I've heard, Blossom. You know, those sort of names. I like Blossom. I'd like to be called Blossom. I think it's lovely. Anyway, so when they're in a school environment, you think, oh God, they're going to go through hell. But what you normally find is if the child makes friends, when the child makes friends, their names are accepted, I think, no matter what they are. There was a girl at my school that was called Precious, and I used to laugh to myself every time I heard a teacher call her name, because I thought, yeah, what have you got to say, Precious? Precious? That's just me. I liked Jason as well. The only reason I didn't use it is because at the time, a lot of other people were using it, so it was very popular when I was pregnant. All of my kids' names come from movies or the TV, do they? Yes, it's different. I used to want to change mine. Did you? Yeah, it is. It did get very, very popular, didn't it? My mum almost named me, oh my God, Gwynwithfar. I'm so glad my grandma talked her out of it. Oh my goodness, Jennifer. Oh, can you imagine you'd have had to spell that forever? Oh, no. Wow, that would have been intense. Oh, you've got a cousin called Blossom. I like Blossom. I'd like to be called Blossom. I like that. When I got a divorce, I changed my name, and I changed it by deed poll because I really didn't want to use it. But the problem was, because my son obviously has got the married name, I thought I need to stay the same as him. So I double barreled my name. So anyway, so we've still got the first bit. He's still got the other bit, but I haven't. I've got a different other bit, if that makes sense. So I was born Janet, which I hate. I hate it. But so when I changed my name, I changed it to Jan. So, you know, and the funny thing is, and that was years and years ago, but my medical records is the only thing. My medical records are still as Janet. So they always call me Janet, and it really bloody annoys me. No! Anyway. Jean, Jan, do you go back and read all the conversation comments? I do sometimes, yes. I like to. My sister-in-law is Janet. Is she? I don't like it. I had to get away with that. Don't like it. Don't like it. So I'm Jan. And do you know what? I could have been Blossom. Hadn't thought of that. My name could have been Blossom. I like both, but I like Jan better because I've got an Auntie Janet I don't care for. A guy called my butthole Blossom one time. Dre gets me every time. You are such a bad boy. Dre, he's so naughty. He's so naughty, but I love him to bits. He's made me smile tonight, guys, and that was no mean feat. Made me smile. Made me nearly choke. Oh no, it's Welsh. Oh, so are you Welsh, Jennifer? Can you imagine teaching a 4-year-old to spell? I know, I can't even pronounce it. It's Welsh, same as Guinevere. What? Guinevere. I like Guinevere. But with my problem with pronunciation, I'd never be able to call my kid. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, never mind. G, come over here. I'd be terrible. Please don't laugh at Dre. It's very rude, and he knows it always makes me laugh. The worst thing is, I always read it. I always read it. My brain sort of logs onto it and I read it before I've. My mum's family is Welsh and Irish, but I'm in the US. Oh, okay. Maya and Dre oh no, I tell you, I've got Dre on the brain. That's hopeless, guys. I'm gonna have to go. I can't get past Dre. My friend, your friend's called Lighting. Really? Is that their birth name? Lighting. That's a really unusual name. Lighting. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that ride, to be honest. I like Maya, but again, that's another quite a common name, isn't it? God, I'm hiccuping and all sorts here. Right, I'm going. I'm going to go, guys. And I want to thank you all so very much for coming along, cheering me up, making me laugh. Thank you, Dre. I love you to pieces. And I'll let you know how it goes in Berlin. Hopefully it'll go really well and I'll be able to film some great footage for you all. Have a wonderful week. Please like, share and subscribe to Jane's Reviews, and I'll see you very soon, and take care of yourselves out there. It's a rotten old world. And pray for me in that big tin can in the sky on Friday. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.